in conversation with the MD and CEO of HCL Tech, C. Vijaykumar. CVK, thank you very much for joining us on Money Control. I think it would have been a pretty intense Davos for you, meeting, lot of clients. Take us through what these clients are telling you during their conversations. How are tech budgets looking like for the IT sector this year?
Thank you, Chandra. Nice talking to you in Davos. Last 4 days has been very hectic. We've met so many clients, close to 40 meetings, and we came in with a little bit of a pessimistic view on what's expected in 23 based on various data points. But as we started talking to more and more clients, there is so much optimism, right? There's a little better picture than what we really came into. I think primarily because the external environment, there are a couple of things which has happened. Of course, the winter in Europe was a little moderate, and we heard some leaders talk about what they expected, what really happened, so which is slightly better. And even China opening up a little bit more, and the huge travel that's happening. All of this, I think, is going to be good for the economy, and I'm a little more optimistic than what I was at the end of December.
A little more optimistic. That's good to hear. But, I think last week you reported your Q3 numbers, and you've already guided that Q4 will be a weaker quarter seasonally, and that software services have already peaked out in Q3. So apart from software, which are the other segments that are likely to get impacted? Will we see the growth rates across segments recover, in Q1 of FY24?
See, Q4 is unique for us because we had a huge uptick in the software business in Q3. Some of that will moderate. So that's going to be offset with a lot of growth in services. So I think we've given a commitment of 16% to 16 to 16.5% growth in services, and overall 13.5 to 14, which we feel pretty confident of delivering.
Right. And you've also mentioned that, HCL Tech will be betting big on vendor consolidation, cost optimization, and integrated opportunities related deals in the near to mid-term to drive demand. So are there specific sectoral trends that you'd like to call out on this?
Yeah, I think this is, honestly, it's across sectors, but if I have to call out two sectors, financial services, there is definitely significant consolidation opportunities that we are seeing. And like we recently announced an deal which we signed with State Farm, which is again a very large engagement. And we also announced two deals, Office Depot and Metal. Both of them are integrated deals, which is just the infrastructure, applications, the operations, and the change and all the development spend. So I think we've become almost the primary IT partner for these two companies, which is one of the best use cases of both operating model transformation and vendor consolidation. So I think there is more to come of this model, and we are extremely well placed in this kind of change that's happening. And I also called out during the analyst meet that we are the only service provider in the leaders quadrant in Gartner's 6 magic quadrants. Gartner has published 6 major IT services MQs, and we are the only leader. We are the leader in all the 6, right? So that's again a great recognition, and which is reflected in our bookings because we booked $2.35 billion, all new. This is a little different from renewals are not there. It's all completely new bookings. So it's been a good run.
Right. CVK, there was a research report recently which predicted a great reset for IT. They said growth will basically moderate to single digits. I think 6 to 8% was the prediction from the double-digit boost that we received, post-pandemic in the last couple of years. Do you subscribe to that view that we will come back to mid-single digits? Will that be the new normal for the next financial year?
I think so, because not next financial year, if I were to just reflect on it mid to long term, the industry has a lot of opportunities, right? First is the current opportunity landscape, which is driven around efficiency, vendor consolidation. Then the digital transformation is still a much longer term opportunity, much more, it's got a lot more legs to go. And the third is really a lot of investments which is going into sustainability. It's believed that sustainable solutions and services will be $10 trillion kind of an opportunity in the next decade. which means people like us who have very strong product development capabilities using new technologies. So it's really going to be a huge opportunity.
So you
for
think
us.
Double-digit growth is
In the midterm, I mean, there can always be some little moderations due to economic environments, but as an industry, I think it's very, very promising that, and even before COVID, we were growing double digits organically. During COVID, it's of course been an acceleration, but from here on, if I take a mid to long term view, certainly possible.
Right. Final question, CVK. We've also seen a moderation when it comes to growth and headcount addition and attrition numbers this quarter. So is that a sign of the supply side easing? Because, when attrition went up, headcount addition also went up in a big way because of a tight supply market. So is this a sign that growth is moderating, or is it a sign that the supply side is easing?
I think you have to look at the last 12 months hiring, right? We added about 30,000 freshers in the last 12 months. And I think all of us built, at least for HCL, it's true that we built up a little more capacity during the pandemic because there was a lot of demand. And some of them are getting trained and getting deployed. So you will see some moderation in the headcount numbers. But we still had 3,000 people added in the last quarter. And this quarter, we are already hiring 6,000 plus freshers. So we'll continue to hire, and in the next 12 months, we will hire another 30,000 freshers. So that plan is still intact.
On that note, thank you very much for talking to us.
Thank you. Nice speaking to you.